name is Elaiza Dado and we are the Group 6. And our topic for today is special fouls and court equipment on basketball. So now, let's get started.
Good day, I am Valde and Sasing, and I'll be the one to discuss about understanding the game in basketball. First things first is this presentation will cover the standard dimensions of a basketball court and the key pieces of equipment. The second one, we will also define and illustrate common special fouls in basketball. And then the last one, understanding these aspects is crucial for fair play and strategic gameplay.
The basketball court. The basketball court come in different sizes based on the level and type of basketball being played. A professional NBA court is 94 x 50 and 28.65 x 15.24 meter. The courts are comprised of several fundamental components: the basketball, the three-point arc, the free throw line, and the half-court line. Indoor courts are usually made with polished wood, often maple, while the indoor courts are typically made from paving, concrete, and asphalt.
So, basketball courts vary in size depending on the level of play. In a professional NBA court, it measures 94 by 50 or 28.65 meter by 15.24 meter. So, these courts consist of several key components: baskets, 3-point across, free throw lines, and half-court line. So, with indoor courts typically made of polished wood, and outdoor courts of paving, concrete, or asphalt.
Basketball rims or hoops are orange pointed goals attached to the backboard and used for the scoring points in a game of basketball. Basketball rims today are designed as breakaway rims for compress of a hinge and spring that allow the rim to bend with a player dunks without shattering the backboard. The rim itself is made of a 5/8 or 1.6 cm steel diameter steel rod that is formed into a ring with an inner diameter of 18 or 45.72 cm.
Basketball nets are hung from the bottom of the rim with a length between 10 to 15 and 18 and 38.1 to 45.7 centimeters. Basketball rims are mounted 10 feet and 3.5 meters from the court floor.
What is a hoop in basketball? A hoop in basketball, also known as basket or ring, is the circular metal ring attached to a backboard through which players shoot the ball to score points. It is a fundamental piece of equipment in the game, and its design and construction have evolved significantly since the sport inception. The hoop itself is typically made of steel and has a standard diameter of 18 inches. Attached to the ring is a net, usually made of nylon or polyester, designed to catch the ball and slow its momentum after a successful shot. The hoop is mounted on a backboard which can be made of tempered glass, acrylic, or polycarbonate. The background provides stability in a surface for players to aim out the entire structure, including the backboard, ring, and net, is often referred to as a basketball goal or a system. There are different types and variation of hoops. The first one is the indoor hoops. The second is the outdoor hoops. The third is the portable hoops. The fourth one is wall-mounted hoops, and the last one is the in-ground hoops. In history, the first basketball hoop invented by James Naismith in 1891. The design has been refined with the introduction of metal rings, nets, and breakaway rings.
The vertical backboard surface is made of plexiglass or tempered glass to prevent shattering and is sized at 42 inches by 72 inches or 110 by 183 centimeters. Basketball rims are manufactured from high-tensile carbon steel to provide the ball with the correct amount of bounce while also having give for players that come down.
So, basketball. So, we are now referring to the ball, not the game. So, basketball size come in variation for different ages. ages, gender, and level of play. The official NBA competitive professional basketball is 29.5, 74.9 centimeter and circumference with a diameter between 9.43 and negative 9.51 or by 24 or 24.2 centimeter. So professional basketballs must be inflated to a pressure between 7.5 and 8.5 psi and cannot exceed the maximum weight of 22 ounces when choosing a ball. So consider whether the play environment will be primarily outdoor or indoor, because indoor basketball perform best in full grain leather constructions and outdoor basketballs are better as rubber.
So, good evening. So, basketball is a team sport where two teams of 5 players each try to score point by throwing a ball through a hoop. So, first is the court. So, court is the game is played on a rectangular court. So, second is ball. So, player use a round. Ang color sa ball is orange. So third is scoring. So scoring is points are scored by throwing the ball through the hoop. So fourth is gameplay. So gameplay, players can be moved the ball by bouncing it, dribbling, passing it to a teammate, or shooting it. So last is winning. So winning, the team with the most points at the end of the game wins.
Personal foul. A personal foul occurs when a player makes illegal physical contact with an opponent during gameplay, such as pushing or holding them back, moving freely on the court. Once a player has committed 5 fouls in high school or 6 in college, they are disqualified from the game. Some examples of personal fouls include holding or grabbing an opponent's arm while trying to steal the ball, making excessive body contact with another player while setting a screen or pick, tripping or hitting an opposing player intentionally during play. Also, there are several types of fouls, including personal fouls, technical fouls, flagrant fouls, unsportsmanlike fouls, and intentional foul.
Personal foul. A personal foul in a basketball is when a player breaks the rules regarding physical contact with an opponent. This is the most common type of foul in a basketball, and it's assessed when a player makes contact with an opponent, giving them an unfair advantage or putting them at a disadvantage. There are several types of personal fouls, including the charging. The charging is when a player pushes or runs into an opponent. And the second is blocking, when a defensive player makes contact with an opponent who has possession of the ball. And the third is reaching in, when a defensive player reaches in and makes contact with an opponent's arm or hand. And the fourth is holding, when a player grabs onto another player's jersey or arm. And the last is pushing when a player pushes an opponent. So example for this, if a player commits 5 personal fouls in a game, they fall out and are disqualified from playing for the rest of the game. Personal fouls can also lead to free throws for the opposing team, depending on the situation. So the overall, personal fouls are an important part of the game of basketball, and understanding the rules and regulations surrounding them can help you better appreciate the game.
Technical foul. A technical foul in basketball is basically a penalty for breaking rules that aren't about actually playing the game, like fouling someone while shooting. A technical foul is a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct or rule violations outside of normal game play, resulting in 1 free throw and possession for the opposing team. Example, bad language, arguing with referee, delaying the game.
So, flagrant foul in basketball is a serious violation that involves excessive or unnecessary contact with an opponent. It is categorized in 2 types. So, first category involves unnecessary or excessive contact but not violent or intentional enough to be considered malicious. the result is 2 free throws and possession of the ball for the opposing team. And then the second foul is this is more severe foul involving violent, reckless, or intentional contact. It leads to 2 free throws, possession of the ball for the opponent, and ejection of the player committing the foul from the game. So, flagrant foul are assessed based on severity, intent, and nature of the contact, aiming to protect player safety and maintaining sportsmanship.
So, an unsportsmanlike foul is an non-contact technical foul penalized for unfair, unethical, or dishonorable conduct that violates the spirit of fair play. So, it's essentially a penalty for actions that go against the principle of good sportsmanship.
So, an intentional foul. An intentional foul is a personal or technical foul that may or may not be premeditated and it is not based solely on the severity of the act. It is a deliberate rule violation in sports, usually used to stop the clock or to prevent an easy score. In basketball, it involves purposeful contact that usually results in free throws and possibly in ball possession for
So that's conclude our discussion, and it has been said that teamwork makes the dream work. In sports, as in life, teamwork is the key to achieving greatness. But before we will end our discussion, I would like to introduce our members. First is we have Dado, and then Sasing. We have also Gilan, Angelo, Tibay, Dela Peña, Demetillo, Mira, Rivera, Morga, Alcosiba, Barrientos, Lamis, Ramos, Angelo, and yours truly. I hope you learned something today, and yeah, that's all. Thank you.